Sadie's future plans include attending the University of Arkansas and majoring in marketing. Her favorite volleyball memory is watching the hot dog war take place between Coach Lawrence and Coach Johnson. Sadie's most proud of being varsity captain junior and senior year, as well as holding first in state for Diggs for a good portion of this season. Sadie's advice to future players: you should cherish every moment you get to play volleyball and make the best of every situation you are given. Make yourself the light others are searching for. Sadie would like to add that she is grateful to her parents for driving her to all those club tournaments and being her #1 fan. She praises God for giving her the ability to play a sport she loves every day. Sadie can't wait to crush some amateurs in college during her intramural volleyball games. Thank you, Sadie McConnell. Our next senior is Emma Plumley. Emma is escorted by her mom, Kimberly Peak, stepdad, Josh Peak, and brothers Jackson Plumley and Parker Peak. Some of Emma's RHS accomplishments are holding a 4.17 GPA. She's a member of Officers of Letters of Love and an officer of FCA. She's a member of Link Crew, Mu Alpha Theta, National Honor Society, and Rogers Honor Society. She is also the Rogers lacrosse captain. Emma plans to major in exercise science and become a physician's assistant in pediatrics. Her favorite volleyball memory is the hot dog war between Coach Lawrence and Coach Johnson. Rip Coach Johnson's car. Emma's most proud accomplishment is maintaining a high GPA and winning the Miss Mountie Award. Emma's advice to younger players is, time goes by so fast and you never know what might happen. So enjoy every moment and make the memories count. Live like Libby. Thank you, Emma Plumley. Our next senior is number 22, Dahana Jubila. Dahana is escorted by her mom, Daphne, her Paul Dad, and her sisters, Laurel, Rosie, and Cicely Jubila. Dahana holds a 4.2 GPA and is the Vice President of Communications for DECA, a member of FCA, Letters of Love, Mu Alpha Theta, National Honor Society, Rogers Honors Academy, and Varsity Softball. Dahana's future plans are to play collegiate softball and study diagnostic medical sonography or elementary education. Dahana's favorite RHS volleyball memory is when the team did real-life Just Dance at Silver Dollar City during Branson Camp this year. Her favorite volleyball accomplishment is being pulled up to varsity as a freshman, even though I broke my foot my first varsity practice and didn't play all year. Her advice to future players is to enjoy every moment because it goes quicker than you think. She would also like to add, I want to thank all the people who have helped me get where I am today, and my parents for the time and money sacrificed on travel sports to help me achieve my goals. Thank you, Dahana. Our next senior, number 27, Brooklyn Weaver. Brooklyn is escorted by her parents, Venus and Jeff Weaver, as well as her sister, Kylie. Brooklyn's future plans are to play volleyball at Emporia State University and will pursue her major in nursing. Her favorite memory is beating Harbor in 3 sets at home her junior year, and also being able to be on the same team as her sister, Kylie, this year. She is most proud of being senior varsity captain, receiving MVP, All-State, All-Tournament, All-Conference, and Best Offensive Player awards throughout her time at RHS. Brooklyn's advice to all future Mounties is to just have fun. It goes by quicker than you think, so don't take anything for granted. Brooklyn also wants to say, thank you, Mom and Dad, for shaping me into the person I am today and being the most supportive parents there are. Thank you, Coach Lawrence, for being my coach for the majority of my 9-year volleyball career. Thank you so much for all the opportunities I've received since my freshman year. I appreciate all the friendships I've made along the way. Everyone's guidance and support is invaluable. And lastly, thank you, Rogers High School, for making it such a great high school experience. Thank you, Brooklyn Weaver. Our next senior, number 13, Tegan Wolf. Tegan is the daughter of Sarah and Jason Bohannon and the late Chad Wolf. Some of Tegan's RHS accomplishments are having a 3.87 GPA, FCA leadership, letters of love, vice president. Tegan's future plans are to attend the University of Arkansas to study sports medicine and psychology. Tegan's favorite memory is when Hayden, Libby, and I played water bumper cars at Branson Camp with the coaches. Tegan's favorite volleyball memory is getting put on the right side of the block and getting a kill. Her advice to future players is to work hard and stay positive, even when it seems like things aren't going your way, and always be grateful for the time you get playing the sport that you love. Live like Libby. Our last senior, number 10, Libby Chaffee. Senior Libby Chaffee. Libby was a force of nature, a shining example of dedication and passion in everything she pursued. Outworking her competition on the volleyball court, she not only excelled as a Mountie, but also inspired her teammates with her unwavering spirit and infectious enthusiasm for life. Her love for her friends and family was boundless, and she cherished every moment spent with them. As we celebrate our seniors today, we remember the legacy of leadership and the warmth she brought to our program. Libby's spirit will forever resonate within us, a gentle reminder to embrace each day with gratitude and kindness as she did. Thank you, Libby, for the love, the memories, and the invaluable lessons you've instilled in us. We know you are smiling down on us, encouraging us to live fully and freely just as you did. Number 10, Libby Chaffee.
on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, I just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on now. When I'm sipping like a butcher, you can be around. I'm on that introduction to you right now. And oh my God, well alright, I'm the back in the night, from the light, and it's me.
Superintendent Dr. Jeff Perry, Principal Mrs. Lisa Williams, and Athletic Directors Paul Wilson and Ronnie Delk would like to welcome you to Rogers High School and Mountie Arena for tonight's high school varsity volleyball, where the Lady Mounties will host the Springdale Bulldogs. Thank you to our Rogers Lady Mountie volleyball sponsors, Rogers High School athletic sponsors, and the Rogers Athletic Booster Club for supporting us in making this season the best that it can be. Rogers High School is a member of the Arkansas Athletic Association and abides by the rules and regulations under the association. Please rise with me for the saying of our Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence, and the playing of our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Coaching the Springdale Bulldogs is Kendra Kinney and Lucy Sislow. Starting for the Springdale Bulldogs is senior number 3, Allie K. Edwards. Sophomore number 18, Samantha Reed. Senior number 8, Fatima Sandoval. Sophomore number 6, Annette Bosin. Senior number 26, Macy Gotts. Junior number 5, Wanya Loje. Sophomore number 10, Roz Katjan. I am Mason Humphrey alongside Cord Marcotte and Peyton Acosta. We are bringing you a senior night matchup between the Mounties and the Bulldogs of Springdale. Dahana doing her thing early. She has a nice swing on that left side. Off the hands, poor first contact for the Bulldogs. We're going to take the lead early. As I mentioned, Mason Humphrey, Cord Marcotte, and Peyton Acosta. Peyton, let me hear you.
This is the first time I've been commentating volleyball, and it's looked terrific so far. I think that Robbie's had a good game tonight with height over Springdale. And I was just watching warm-ups and watching them spike the ball in the air. They're looking really athletic tonight and ready to play.
It is a very athletic team. Peyton, you mentioned it was your first time. Cord, it's your first time in the booth as well. Happy to have you guys here. Peyton, the only thing I would really say is, speak up a little bit and keep doing what you do. You're a good kid. Maybe pull that mic in a little bit closer and we'll get this thing rolling.
I got you, Mason.
Well, I mean, we talk about senior night. That's how you signify a senior night right there. They've been a two-lady wrecking crew. There they are again. Kind of a mishap there, ends up making it work. Brooklyn Weaver has to send almost a moonshot, but it ends out panning out for him. It's going to be 4-0. You mentioned Dahana. She has 2 kills already in this one of the 4 points that the Mounties do have. Good stuff for her. And another senior to highlight here is Hayden Allen with the serve. She's played in every set, both this year and last as a junior as well.
A lot of these seniors played a lot last year, so they got some of that experience. It's gonna be hard this year next year. There's a lot of experience, a lot of leadership.
There is. And the thing is about Coach Lawrence-led teams is you see almost kind of like a next girl up mentality. There's always somebody in that next class ready to roll. As the season kind of comes to a close here, we've seen her get some of these young guns with some quality minutes. But no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to replace that. That is Brooklyn Weaver doing what she does best on that front line with a kill. I mean, this is kind of a, dare I say, undersized Bulldog team, especially on that front line.
You're talking about undersized. Brooklyn, I mean, she's got the height, 6'3", I believe.
Somewhere in there.
Golly.
Taller than me, I know that.
Yeah, she really knows how to use that height to advantage.
And the thing is, she's not all height. She's very athletic. Many times this season, we've seen her go back to serve and have some quality serves for us as well. I want to go ahead and take another minute to highlight these guys in the booth with me. Peyton, he's a freshman, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Peyton, freshman out here doing this. That is something. Bulldogs coming back 5-3, not going down without a fight in this first set, trying to turn it around early. Cord Marcotte, he is a member of the baseball team. He's very involved at Rogers High School. He's another senior with us. Brooklyn Weaver proving to be a problem.
Just dominant.
She is starting off hot, and this is a lively Mountie arena showing up and showing out for senior night. One last ride. Kaylin Brady checks in. This is a senior. She helps out in the way of doing some of the dirty work essentially for this team. A lot of the stuff that a lot of people don't want to do, she does it with a smile on her face. And you need somebody like that on your team. She's going to be hard to replace. Good play.
She's one of those people that really finds ways to fit in. You know, she does things that the team needs. Other people might not want to do anything. She's such a good teammate.
She is. Fatima Sandoval down on that low side. She had a great play there. She's only a sophomore. Regardless, she started, and she's getting a chance to serve here. McCarty with a nice first contact. Camilla Cates, that could be trouble. Off of the front line hands at number 2, Lila McVeigh. She gets called off by Sandoval. Cates forces it backside, trying to hit that bottom corner. Peyton, you mentioned that's a good hit, and yes, it was a smart heads-up play. Putting it where the defense was it, like you said, great finesse cord. Bella Jones into serve now, number 17. All seniors started tonight, obviously on senior night, but Camilla Cates has checked in since. Hayden Allen with a nice serve, or setup. Had some heat on it. McCarty couldn't get out of the way in time, had to defend herself, and it's 7-5 Bulldogs.
I tell you, this is a fast-paced game.
It is. I haven't been going this fast in quite a while. I feel like I'm at an auction house. This is number 6, Annette Bosin. She's another starter. Her serve gets a little high and outside. Emma Plumley and Dahana Tumala coming in. Emma Plumley back to serve now, her first of the night. Yep, another one. Showing all these veterans some love tonight. That's what the game's all about. Sandoval with a nice setup, good swing on that bottom side, or that top side by Allie Edwards.
Just barely out.
Just missed that line, as you boys mentioned, and it's going to be 8-6 Bulldogs. Macy Goss to serve, a high-flying first contact by Sadie McConnell. That's uncharacteristic. Macy gets another good swing on it. Looked like we could have let that one go. McConnell didn't want to take the risk, and we paid the price because of it. 8-7 in the first set.
Mountie started off hot, but the Bulldogs really crept their way back into this one.
Yeah, they really have. They really have. That's the thing about this Bulldog team. They've been down before, but they don't go down without a fight, and that's something to say across all sports.
Yep.
That they have. Mm-hmm. Even in basketball, even down to the middle school levels, they've always been a scrappy, kind of get in your face, full court press kind of team. They're actually succeeding very well in football this year. They only have one loss all year, and that is to the Rogers Mounties. Yeah. So there might be some familiar faces and listeners here.
I tell you, it'd be nice to get a win tonight to get a clean sweep on Springdale. First time in a while.
Yeah, that would be nice. And that play by Hayden Allen is a good way to do it. I wish we could get a replay on it, but we have seen that play time and time again from Allen. She gets in the middle of the floor. She sees where the quote-unquote donut is. It's where the defense is. And instead of, just like that, there you go. And instead of setting it up for one of the bigger players on the outsides or maybe a middle blocker, she kind of just, now you see her, now you don't. Houdini flips it over to that middle side of the floor. Great play by her and a good block by Dahana.
See that little high-flying serve there from Chloe Gilliard?
That was a nice serve for sure. Mounties being able to hold on to a 3-point lead, kind of staying in that 2 to 3 range. Another rough first contact, but Hayden Allen, the veteran, makes a great slide there to the ball and does what she does very well, just puts it right where they're not really.
Great play there by Allen.
Great play and great awareness. Cross court set up to Sandoval. Good swing on it. Hayden Allen sets it up in front of her for Dahana. Good swing met by Wanya. Sadie setting it up for Teagan. The lone wolf, some call her. She'll get another chance. Sending it across the court. They find it. Trying to
good
pull
rally.
a little Hayden Allen.
That was a good set right there.
Shot. That was a good rally, as you mentioned, Corey. Just back and forth. And Mr. Land told me once, the wise words, he told me that's what's called a momentum rally.
Okay.
So when it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it's early in a close set like this, you really want to be able to pull that one away, and the Bulldogs do.
Shout out Mr. Land.
He's a beast, isn't he? Emma Plumley connects on it, sends it over. Hayden Allen finds it. High arcing setup for Bella Jones, nice and easy. That gets hit off the hands of Springdale, out of bounds. They're running all over the place. Somehow get it over the net, but not quite. It'll go out of bounds.
Great effort there by Wanya.
That was great effort, showing that, she definitely tried her best to get there, but couldn't make it happen. You'd rather see that than her just look at it and watch it hit the ground. So good play again by this high-effort Springdale team. Crept up on Dahana there. That was a hard swing. She delivers one of her own.
She came back and made up for that almost mistake there by getting a great kill.
It got up on her early, but she
made it work.
Maintained. And she got a good swing on it. Now she'll get the chance to serve. Dahana with 3 kills and almost an ace there. Sorry for the stutter. We have a very special someone meeting us in the booth. That was Rex Kraut that just walked by us. Had to give him a big old bear hug, but Dahana, after a great serve, she'll get the chance to do it again. Dahana is taking this senior night and running with it. She's having a great game. Sandoval pokes a hand out at it, but can't get it back to another Bulldog, 16-9.
And there's Dahana's name again. Like you said, she's already got a few kills on the night.
She has 3 kills and an ace, trying to make it 2. Close but no cigar. Jones finds it over to Cates. Powerful swing. They didn't know what to do with it. Beautiful swing by Cates on that outside.
If I were them and the ball's coming my way, I would dive out of the way.
Yeah, look out below, most definitely. Dahana back to serve again, running away with this thing. We talked earlier when it was 12-9, we talked about momentum. It seemed at that point that the Bulldogs had it, but because of Dahana's serving, we got it right back, and she'll head to the bench for a much-deserved Gatorade. High fives all around for you, Dahana.
Much needed 5-1 run there for the Mounties.
Most definitely. Kat Zhang, the libero to serve. She's by far the smallest on the court, but you wouldn't be able to see with her style of play. That was a great serve there. But we got the point. Caitlin Brady comes in to serve again.
I tell you, the crowd is hyped up tonight.
This is one of the fullest nights in Mountie Arena I've seen for a volleyball game. Cates with a rough first contact. Allen to set up Jones. Across the court to Bozin, nothing doing. Mounties have full control of this game right now.
Since we talked about that momentum, I believe it's a 7-1 run. That is huge.
That is huge, especially with that one being the first one that we mentioned. Caitlin Brady with a serve. Cates, 2-hand push over, diving play by Edwards. Springdale keeps it alive, but not for long. 20-10 here in the first set. Mounties are feeling hot. We saw a great couple of sets by Dahana there. Now Caitlin Brady coming in, starting to do the same thing. That's going to be an ace. There's a 3-way tie for team leading aces. Chloe Gilliard, number 44, Caitlin Brady, and number 22, Dahana Tumala. Playing volleyball at a high level. This is a fast-paced game, as you mentioned, Peyton.
Playing like a well-oiled machine right now. They're playing as a team. They're getting it done.
And finally, we see a timeout from that Springdale side of things. We'll be back after this.
And we're back here at Mountie Arena. Caitlin Bray with the serve.
Nice behind-the-back setup for Sandoval. Couldn't get enough height on it. They're going to call it in the net. Peyton, we talked about how you were a freshman earlier. Caitlin Brady serving now. We talked about how you were a freshman earlier.
Yep.
And you guys look like you might be all right for years to come here in the volleyball side of things.
Yes.
Y'all had a great season. I believe, fact check me on this, but I believe you guys either had none or only one conference loss in volleyball. Is that correct for the freshman team?
I'm pretty sure that we've only had one loss, but we really have looked really nice this year. I'm hoping that this can continue and just continue on this winning streak?
I mean, that's going to be great for years to come. If you got Coach Anderson leading them like that, and he's a great coach, but you have him leading them for that long.
Let's talk about the end of the set right there. Caitlin Brady with an absolute tear on the end. Multiple great serves. She strung them together. Really won that set for the Mounties. Closed out the first set.
That was a beautiful first set for the Mounties. Quick and effective. We will be back after this ad break.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good.
Coming back after a electrifying first set from the Mounties. Here we go. I mean, I think really the adjustment that Springdale needs to make is on that front line. A lot of the times they were letting Brooklyn, DeHana, people like that, really those taller targets on those outsides or even coming from the middle, they weren't getting a hand up.
Yeah.
They weren't getting a hand up, not even giving them a chance to block it. Brooklyn and DeHana and even Kamia Cates coming off the bench there, and they're going to hit with some power.
Yeah.
They're going to hit with some power. You got to get a hand up. If you're relying on that second line to embrace that contact, well, they might not get there in time.
Yeah, and this second set is ever so important for the Bulldogs. You don't want to dig an 0-2 hole. This is really big. They need to make this 1-1 so that they give themselves a shot at this game.
Really looking to come back here, and we know that they can. Set up back behind, good hard contact, met by Brooklyn Weaver. It's going to take more than that to get it around her. Tegan and Chloe reach out with one hand, but can't get a hand on it, and Bulldogs take a much-needed first point of this set.
It's a good start for the Bulldogs. We'll see if they can string a few together.
Number 3, Allie Edwards, back to serve now. Peyton, before we cut to break after that first set, I was talking to you about kind of some freshman side of things. The team, you being one yourself. How do you like it? I mean, we're closing in on the first semester here. What's the comparison? How do you feel? The future is bright here at Mountie Arena if they keep these freshmen keep playing like they have been. Mounties rack up a point in this second set, and Hayden Allen will go back to serve.
Number 6, Annette Bosson on the attempted kill. Just goes a little bit out of bounds there on the left side.
Useful serve by Allen there. Sandoval able to get a hand on it. Bella Jones has to hesitate on the delivery of the kill, or the attack, my apologies, but there you go. Sadie McConnell with a nice bump. Good setup by Allen. 1, 2, 3, punch. There you go. That is just what you expect to see here at Mountie Arena.
Brooklyn Weaver is doing an excellent job here tonight. You know, we see excellence out of her. We expect it, but she's really doing great. She has 4 kills tonight. 4 kills. It's a great showing on senior night for the senior here, Brooklyn Weaver.
4 kills, and let's talk about that first contact by McConnell, followed by the setup of Allen. That's something we love to see, a great improvement. Thought she was going to get it again behind the back. Hayden Allen, the trickster, over to Bella Jones. Fantastic play by her.
That was a great setup, great fake. Looked like they were going towards the middle and went to the outside.
They're down but not out. They got to try to mount a comeback here. Behind the back to McCarty. A little uncharacteristic, her being on that outside. You don't see that often. I think we're trying to get a lot of these seniors involved here tonight. Typically, she'd be more of a defensive specialist or even libero whenever they rarely move McConnell down. But she was outside hitting on that play. She got a good swing on it. That'll be one to remember.
Yeah, on that point, it was great contact from number 5, Wayna Lokajak.
Yeah, it was a great, and there she is again, setting up. It was just a little too far for Sandoval, and Mounties get a free one.
Mounties up 4-3. This set's starting off pretty neck and neck.
We mentioned McCarty down on that left side, and now she'll get the chance to serve. Sandoval with a great effort play, but Springdale can't capitalize on it.
Just goes out the back on the right side of y'all's screen.
Bosin with a great swing. Just a little too much pepper on it.
A little too much gas on that one.
Yep, that's what they say. McCarty with a useful serve. Poor setup by number 5, but they recover. Hayden Allen's bump, high arcing, hits the scoreboard. Mounties with good concentration, focus on it. Reeled in, Macy with a great play down low.
Great play by Macy Goss there to get the ball in an awkward spot for Rogers so that they couldn't really recover. It came in fast, came in right on them, and they just couldn't get it up.
Yeah, great play. Sandoval back to serve, trying to tie this thing up. Cates with a solid first bump. Hayden Allen setting up Brooklyn Weaver.
Who do you know? Brooklyn Weaver.
1-2 punch, peanut butter and jelly right there.
She's setting herself up for an absolutely incredible night here on the biggest night of her year, arguably, senior night.
Senior night. What better time to display those skills right here?
5 kills.
5 kills already. A multitude of Mounties with aces. And we mentioned her kills. She has a block as well. Kaylin Brady with the serve. Springdale with a nice setup. A lot of power on that one. Gets past Cates. Rolls off the arm of Allen, and it's going to be 6-5. Sadie McConnell checks in.
Just barely squeaks out the back there after an awkward series of hits from Rogers. Number 6, Annette Bosin is going to go back for the serve again here for Springdale.
Found by McConnell. Setting up to Chloe Gilliard. Good swing on it by her. Kind of a mishap setup there. Behind the back, Bella Jones, lofting shot, Macy. Yes, a floater indeed. Found by the Bulldogs, but not for long. That'll head to the
shout out to number 10 on Springdale, Libero, Kajang. She had some great effort there. Almost got it back up. That would have been a great play there for Springdale.
You know, it was a great dig. Macy just couldn't quite get there in time. It didn't have a whole lot of air on it.
Powerful hit from Edwards right there.
Powerful. Powerful is absolutely the right word. Great swing by her. As we mentioned, the Bulldogs aren't the biggest team.
Yeah.
But with plays like that, it shows, hey, it might not matter. Macy, the middle blocker, to serve now. That's pretty good. McConnell finds it down low. Tegan Wolf with a swing on it. Back behind, set up, blocked, but just gets over the net.
You know, we talked about that. That's Allie Kay Edwards again on that hit. You know, it doesn't matter if you're 5'2" or 6'5". When you're hitting the ball like that, you're always going to give yourself a chance to win. You're always going to stay in these games and just claw away at every point that you can.
Macy has had some quality serves here. There's another one, little miscommunication on that low side. Kamia Cates is fully understanding now. Great hit. A lot of veterans on the floor right now, late in the season. It is prime time. And Kamia Cates hits the gritty. You can't see it on this camera angle. I wish we could have got that. That was something. Little tunnel into the gritty. Oh, she's rearranging now, playing musical chairs. Let's get back to the game. Good swing by number 3, Edwards, and another good swing that is blocked, but it is a point off the hands of number 3, Edwards. That's going to be a kill for DeHana.
Yeah, I said earlier, Springdale doesn't necessarily have the height, but they have the speed on those balls. They hit the ball really well. When you're someone like DeHana, or Brooklyn even, but DeHana there specifically, when you have the height and the speed on that ball, I mean, your game gets 10 times better.
And that is a great thing to bring up, Corey, because this Mountie team is ultra athletic.
Yes, they are.
Where
really
a majority of our points come from is the outside hitters, but then you look at Brooklyn, she's a middle blocker playing like she's an outside hitter. There's a lot of athleticism out of this senior team that will be missed, but Peyton Acosta and his crew, they'll be ready as well. They'll get developed. They're already doing great things. Chloe Gilliard to serve. And that's what she does best, Peyton. Sandoval off the setup.
Looked like possibly a little bit of miscommunication there on the side by Sandoval and the Springdale Bulldogs.
Well, she had to go out and get it.
Yeah.
She had to go to the way out of bounds to find that one, and she couldn't make it connect. Falls into the net. Another poor setup, or bump, I mean. She sets it up across the court. Great dig by Emma Plumley. Kind of a wind-up hit there by DeHana, keeping it alive. Sandoval, Plumley, and Gilliard with a little miscommunication right in the middle of those two.
Sandoval just hits a nice little soft shot that causes the Mounties to get a little bit of miscommunication and get another point for Springdale. They're really keeping themselves in this game, just getting the points that matter.
Doing what they can, staying alive. In that last set, I mean, until we broke away with it, it was a pretty close game. It was in that 2 to 3 point threshold, and we're right back at it again. Good bump by McConnell to set up Hayden Allen to set up Brooklyn Weaver.
Yeah, and see, when you look at something like that, Brooklyn, she went up for her first hit. She had a little bit of hesitation on purpose, it looked like, and made that soft little hit. And then she comes back next time you get it, you're like, oh, is she going to hit it soft? No. She hammers it right down into the ground and gets the kill.
Absolutely not. She, you mentioned mind games, Peyton. She plays a little bit of those of her own.
Looks like Teagan might have gotten a little too close to the net there on that point for Springdale.
Well, with this much veteran leadership out there, Peyton, you mentioned mind games are a key to success. We got a lot of experience out there right now. Off the hands of Allen, goes out of bounds. It's 12-11. Well, under 4 years under Coach Lawrence, you're going to learn something. But as of right now, it is 12-12 here in the second set. The Bulldogs aren't going anywhere soon.
Yeah, we'll see if this changes here, but I do not believe the Springdale Bulldogs have had the lead yet this evening. So they're looking to change that right here and maybe get a little bit of gap between them and the Mounties.
They had one. They got the first point in the set, but since then it has been all Mountie all day. I think Brooklyn Weaver was...
My apologies.
No,
I did not know that they got the first point.
Hey, half the time, I don't even know what's going on. So, number 10, Kat Jang, back to serve. Doesn't have quite enough height on it. And that Bulldog lead is going to turn into a tie fairly quickly. DeHana had a great first set. Ever since then, she's kind of cooled off. I'd like to see her heat up again serving-wise. 6 kills and a block for, no, 4 kills and an ace for her. Hayden Allen, good setup to Brooklyn Weaver.
Make it 7 kills on the night for Brooklyn Weaver. And that's mid-second set. She's already putting up those numbers.
It's just what
Great
they do.
Night from Brooklyn.
Especially since a kind of smaller Springdale team, they're going to take that anytime they can get it. A great serve by DeHana there. That's going to be her second ace. Opening that threshold. Let's see if we can keep working it.
Back-to-back points on the serves for DeHana Tamala. Goes again for her third serve.
See if she can get the triple crown. Not quite. Sandoval has other things in mind. Hayden Allen setting up Brooklyn Weaver. We'll take points that way too.
Looked like maybe a little bit of miscommunication from the start of that serve. Right when DeHana went back to serve it looked like there were a little bit of miscommunication between the Springdale Bulldogs.
Well, that miscommunication just caused a timeout. We'll be right back after the break.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements.
And we are back here in Mountie Arena after a brief timeout from the Bulldogs. DeHana on the serve.
A quick senior night timeout. I don't blame them. I got places to be as well. The refs are ready to get this thing rolling, 16-14.
Looks like timeout might have helped them in their favor to get a little bit of momentum back. Let's see what they can do with that.
And that is a very hard thing to do against a Coach Lawrence-led team. We've seen time and time again this season, despite the struggles, that if there's a timeout called, she's going to get her girls in a circle, she's going to get them in the huddle, and she's going to get a game plan rolling, and they're going to get that first point after timeout. So shout out to Springdale for being able to do that. Kamia Cates, that athletic outside position.
Overpowering swing there from Cates. That was just great contact. Really no chance for Springdale when someone's hitting it that hard.
That Mountie bench getting lively.
Kaylin Brady here on the serve for the Mounties.
Sandoval with a setup to Macy. She just has to send it over. That's a free ball for Kamia Cates.
Cates, not even a senior, but she is having a heck of a night here at Mountie Arena. 7 kills, but see, she's got the hard hits, but then she's also got those with the finesse. She's a great player, and she's going to be a big leader on this team for the next year or two to come.
The thing is with Cates, you mentioned the finesse, you mentioned the power, you mentioned the athleticism. All of that combined creates energy.
Yeah.
She is a leader of her own out there just because of how energetic and excited she is. She's a junior this year, and she's going to be a great leader next year. I mean, these guys are in good hands.
Yeah. When you have someone like that at the helm for the next year upcoming, your program's in good hands.
And a good bump by her there, back behind setup. That is not an easy setup to make by the veteran. Hayden Allen getting another chance to set it up to Chloe Gilliard. I mentioned in the first set, it's going to be hard stopping Brooklyn, DeHana, Cates, and Gilliard if you don't get a hand up. I know they're not the tallest team, but you got to try something. And they haven't made that adjustment yet, and we've had our way with them. Brooklyn Weaver with 8 kills, Kamia Cates with 7, DeHana with 4, Hayden Allen with 3. We've had our way getting past that front line due to no defense, making them react to the ball. Kamia Cates sends it over. There's another attack. Chloe Gilliard with some power on it.
No need to get a hand up on that one. That ball sails out of the backside. Macy Goss coming up on the serve for Springdale, number 26. What a save.
A great pancake dig by number 6, Annette Bosin, keeping this thing alive. Cates has other things in mind. That was a great play by her. But Cates responded with a point of her own.
Springdale's really got to make sure they keep this one tight. They need to win this set. Like I said earlier, an 0-2 hole is very hard to dig out of. Not saying it's not possible, but this set is really big here for Springdale.
Emma Plumley to serve. 20-16. High arc with some backspin. Set up to Goss. Oh no, that was Edwards. Dahana with the attack. Almost makes it all the way back over on the dig by number 10, Kat Jang.
Rogers extends this lead here to 21-16. Emma Plumley coming up with the serve.
Kat Jang finds it. Sandoval back behind. Kind of a weird setup. Has to reset her feet. Set up by Allen, however. Gets sent over by Chloe. High arcing bump. That's going to be a free ball. I thought they went in the net there. I guess not. Dahana's had enough of it. Dahana's over it. Great volley back and forth, but 22-16.
Man, you were talking about getting a hand up. As my good friend Joe Canzaneri and co-host on High School Game Day says to me when we were playing basketball, get a hand up, young man.
Yeah, I've heard that one a time or two, and then I typically just tickle him like the Pillsbury Doughboy after that, and things tend to go in my favor. Oh, great play by Gilliard. Speaking of basketball, looking like a Hakeem Olajuwon hook shot. Dream shake down there. 23-16.
This Rogers Mounties Lady Volleyball unit is really playing like a team tonight. They are playing with chemistry and playing for each other, and that's how you win games right there.
Hayden Allen adds to the long list of kills for this Mountie team. Great play by her. Another high bump by Emma Plumley. Sets up Allen over to Dahana, and that gets blocked. 24-16.
Mounties looking to close this set here on the next serve from Emma Plumley.
Set point. Let's see what we can do.
And there it is. This set is going to go to the Mounties. The Mounties are up 2-0 after 2 sets. Like we said, looking good for the Mounties here.
Kat Jang's high arcing kill there. Just couldn't quite get enough heat on it. We're going to cut to a break, and we'll be back after these ads.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
We are back after a eventful second set. The Mounties pulled away with it.
Can the Mounties get the clean sweep on senior night? Let's see.
Let's see. It would certainly mean a lot to these ladies in blue. I can tell you that. Third set, Mounties up 2-0.
Looks like we're going to see the first appearance here from Mia Hatch and Dylan Chandler here for the Mounties. Them two accompanied by Gilliard, Wolf, McConnell, and Jones out there. Starting 6 for the Mounties as we begin this third set.
Coach Lawrence sees this as an opportune time to get some of these young guns, get them rolling, you know. It's fun to celebrate these seniors and everything that they've done, but at the same time, these girls still got to play next year, you know, so we got to get them ready to go.
There's still a future of this program coming up, and, you know, you got to get those the next people up ready. You talked about earlier the next girl up mentality. Really got to practice that and get them some game-like reps here at closing out their junior season so that they're ready for that senior year coming up because they're going to have to step up in leadership roles.
They really are, and that's a good point. Loki Jack heading in to serve now. And that was a good one. Gilliard with a powerful swing. Looks like it just went out of bounds, and the Bulldogs, oh, no, they called it in. They called it in.
Oh? What's the call here?
Oh, there's a call. See, that's not my expertise, but hey,
I believe
it's tied 1-1 here in Mountie Arena. How about that? Mia Hatch with a nice setup to Chandler.
I believe they are going to go back and say that is actually 2-0 Bulldogs, but then with that point, it's going to make it 2-1 here as Mounties go to serve. Not quite sure what happened there. Referees had a little bit of miscommunication.
Yep, little mishap down there. It happens. We've had our fair share of them in the booth.
Oh, all the time.
Hayden Allen back to serve now. Seeing if she can't tie this thing up with another ace. Great block by the freshman Ava Brown.
Yep.
That one's going to hit off scoreboard. Yep. Point goes to the Mounties after that high arcing shot hits the bottom of the scoreboard.
You just see Ava Brown out there. I know that she's pretty good. She plays on a lot of different teams and puts in a lot of work as a freshman, and it's just impressive to see her out there playing at the varsity level.
Well, she resembles your class well. She really does. She's very involved, not just here at the volleyball level, like you're saying, but in the school sense as well. She is a great young lady for this Mountie team.
She's going to be a big piece going forward with this Mountie volleyball team.
Hayden Allen to serve again. Blocked by Gilliard. Chandler there in a supporting role, but she almost didn't need it. Gilliard with a great block. Nice first contact, nice setup. Sandoval over to Gilliard. Gilliard to Allen, back to Gilliard.
A little bit too much on that one.
Great movement there from the Mounties. Just a little too much sauce on that hit from Chloe Gilliard out the backside on Springdale Bulldogs side of the ball.
These hits by Gilliard show the amount of energy that this team's playing with right now. They want to go out and just attack.
Oh, yeah.
Great recovery by McConnell. Had to flip the hips and the hands. Was able to do it. Two-handed push by Springdale. Ava Brown with a nice kill.
Southpaw hitter.
Left-handed, as you mentioned.
Yep. You mentioned Ava Brown, Peyton, and she's a good volleyball player. She's, like I said earlier, just repeating myself, but she's going to be big for this program.
Very talented.
I talked about how they're struggling on that front line. We have two ladies with 8 kills tonight. That's unheard of. Dylan trying to gain another one there.
That just really shows how the Bulldogs are really struggling at the line, at the net here. They're struggling to keep Rogers contained, keep him from those hard-hitting kills. And honestly, it's kind of stunting the game for the Bulldogs. They're not staying quite as much in it as they'd want to because of that.
Great first contact. Sets up the floater. Fleming finds it back to her. High arcing setup. Sets it up for Windy.
Served by Sadie McConnell right here.
And the point goes to the Mounties, 7-4. Brooklyn Weaver now taking the lead with 9 kills.
Seems like we've been calling her name all night and in a great way.
In a volleyball game here, fellas, you will. McCarty with a nice dig. Sandoval found by McConnell, set up by Allen. Over to Brooklyn with the attempt at the kill. Blocked by Brooklyn. They're just not getting anything past these Mounties right now. That front line is here to play.
It's a tall front line.
One of the outside hitters finally made the adjustment.
Great save by Springdale.
Height and power on it. Great save by Springdale there, and that could be the finishing blow, but it's not. A great play by number 10. Keep this volley alive. Another momentum one here. Really want to try to pull away with it, and we do.
That was a good rally right
Jocelyn Fleming to end that rally right there, but shout out to Springdale. They kept that ball alive, especially number 10, Kat Jang. She had a couple good digs right there. That was a great rally between these two squads.
You called Fleming's name, and she was all over that rally. A loud whistle is blown. McConnell is going to get to serve again. After the point is credited to the Mounties, 9-4. Just goes out of bounds in the back there, and Sandoval doing everything she can to help this Bulldog team win. Ava Brown with a nice swing. Nita Hatch, the junior, normally is a very effective server here. We normally see her play a whole lot more, but she'll get her first chance to serve tonight, and a great dig by her. That's going to be Mounties' point, 11-5.
Great play, hitting the deck, taking one for the team.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's hard to coach effort, but Coach Lawrence seems to do it pretty well.
Mounties are just rolling through right now, stacking up the points.
They're taking control right here.
A couple points ago, we heard an early whistle blown. And that was because Springdale was out of rotation. People at the scores table were saying, stop the game. Let's make sure everything's right here. So that's why the Mounties got the point and the ball back. A great bump close to the net, not freaking out, not jamming the hands. Bella Jones with a nice bump behind the back there.
Jocelyn Fleming just with a little too much on that hit.
Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize on it.
Yeah, slides out of the backside there from Fleming, but it was a great run put together there by the Mounties. Springdale's going to come back. Number 6, Annette Boston, is going to get us with the serve right here.
12-6 here in the third set. Hatch with a nice setup to Jones, the senior. Off the hands of Macy Goss, and that's going to be a kill from her. That's her first.
We've really called these seniors' names a whole lot tonight, and part of that's because they're playing a lot, but, man, they are playing for each other. They're playing with high energy. They're really making the most of every moment that they have here on this volleyball court.
Soaking it all in.
Wolf coming up with the serve.
Trying to add on to this 13-point lead. Whistle's blown. That's going to be the Mounties' point. That was a lifted call. I mean, she got under it, didn't quite get a full hit on it.
Bulldogs might have been saved right there because Tumala was coming up with the hit, and when that thing's coming, look out.
Great play by Sandoval there. Even better play by Tegan Wolf, able to pancake it down low on the dig. keeping it alive. Poor setup for Brooklyn Weaver. Below the net, but she made the most of it. Got it over the net, keeping the Mounties alive, giving them a chance, 15-6.
Seems that Springdale's just hit a dry spell here, and they're really going to have to dig deep if they even want a chance to come back.
Well, it's where you have to ask yourself, Peyton. They're down by 9 points, 8 now. In the third set, they're down 2-0. It's going to take a lot of digging.
Yep.
First point in a while there for the Bulldogs, but it always starts with one. You know, you're down big. It starts with one. You got to put one together, stack on top of it, string them together. Macy Goss is going to come up with a serve, hoping to change the momentum of this game for the Bulldogs.
Great bump by Teagan, trying to defend it. Short setup from Jones. Dahana has to go run and find it and just shoot it over. This should be a little bit better. Behind the back to Jones. There we go.
Good misdirection right there.
Yeah.
Another kill by Bella.
Peyton, you just mentioned that, and I was about to say the same thing. This Mountie team is great at misdirection. You think it's going one way, and then boom, it's coming the other way. It's going across the other side of the court, and Springdale just can't react to that. It's real hard to when you have Jones and Weaver both crashing in, looking like they're gonna spike that ball down. You don't know who it's going to.
When you have such athletic outside hitters, it puts you in a position where, well, if I want it at the top, if I want it at the bottom, left or right, it doesn't matter. I'm going to set one of these people up.
Good swing.
They're going to get a swing on it just like Tamala had there. Tobar is in the game now for the Mounties. She had a setup there. Chandler eventually got a hand on it. And that's going to be a point from her. 17-7, 10-point lead for the Mounties. Brooklyn Weaver, the middle blocker, with a long serve, 17-8.
Here comes Leela McVeigh on the serve for the Bulldogs. Wow.
Threading the needle. Barely got it in there.
Just nicks the back corner.
Dahana let it go, and I don't blame her.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough call, because if you go for it and it's out, then it's a bad deal. But good finesse there from McVeigh.
Good precision going right at Dahana again after that miscue. Set up behind the back to Jones. That's going to be the fourth hit.
Unfortunately, didn't quite get up there enough for the Mounties. Thought maybe the Springdale Bulldogs blocked it. They played it off like they did, but just hit the net.
17-10. Going right back to Dahana. Tobar setting up Chandler. That's going to be another fourth hit.
Back-to-back 4 hits for Rogers. They got a little bit of cushion. It's all right. Just need to mentally reset and get back in this game.
That's the thing when it's a game like this. I mean, it's easy to be like, oh, well, why don't we just put the older ones back in? They've been sitting all game. They haven't been warm, so it's almost like this is a starter game for them. So these miscues, it's all right, and that's common.
A few straight points for the Bulldogs.
Teagan with a nice first bump. Tobar deciding to do it herself. Close to the line again, but that one goes out of bounds.
Great leave by McConnell and Wolf on the backside there. That ball was inches away from hitting in, but that's good communication from them and their teammates, and let that one go.
Subbing in Ava Brown and Hayden Allen. Hayden Allen serving.
Ava Brown has been a great player for this team all year long. So is Hayden Allen. As you mentioned, they both just checked in. Hayden Allen with a great serve, setting up a couple of miscues for the Bulldogs. She'll go back to it.
Yep. And when they had that momentum coming back, it was a big deficit, and they had that momentum coming back. You can't have 2 overhits like that for the Bulldogs. It can be detrimental to the set, and I mean honestly to the game.
Hayden and company have had a great senior night.
Yes, they have.
This is something you can kind of hang your hat on and be like, hey, I gave it my all. Dahana trying to get another kill in this one.
Yeah, we talk about a great senior night, and no greater senior night than Tumala and Weaver, but especially Tumala. She's playing with a new level of confidence. She is just really hitting the ball. She is owning the court, and when it comes to her side, you better look out because she's ready. She wants to kill, and she just wants to win this game for her and her fellow seniors here at Rogers.
Yeah, she's done a great job playing with a whole heap of confidence. Over to Plumlee with the attempt at a kill. Crowd's going wild. So is the bench. McConnell with a great play. Another great effort play by Plumlee there. To even keep that thing alive, that's impressive. Didn't get the block on the front line from Plumlee and Dahana. Great rally. That's going to go out of bounds. Looked like it could have been tipped by Brown, but it wasn't. 21-12.
I think a lot of this success and momentum that's coming from this Mountie team is from that bench. Shout out to them. They're lively. They're in this game, and they just want to see their seniors that they have playing ahead of them just win and succeed.
They're doing a great job.
Yes, they are.
Everybody's hooked up here. Everybody's being electrifying, being loud, doing everything they can to help this team win. Ava Brown, the freshman on senior night, 22-12. Up 10. 3 more to go.
Just 3 more points will close out this game here for the Mounties. As number 29, Ellie Haymore, checks into the game for the Mounties.
The sophomore young gun gets some minutes. As this one tries to come to a close. Hey, Nowlin doing her best to make sure that happens. Sandoval with a nice hit. Good dig, and the crowd loved it. Swing on it by Plumlee. Dig by Allen. Hit over by Dahana.
McConnell's really had a good game, too. She's not necessarily getting all the kills and all the blocks and stuff because you're not going to see that as a libero, but she is really putting her body on the line and diving forward with a full head of steam just to keep that ball off the ground and dig it and keep it up for her teammates to get the points locked in.
She has had an excellent game here.
Not just an excellent game, but an excellent career here with the Rogers Mounties.
For sure. That's for sure. For certain. Highlighting them on senior night. Nobody's more deserving than McConnell. 23-12. Set up over to Plumlee with the attack. Sandoval with a rough setup that she has to try to make a kill on. Haymore trying to make her way into the lineup next year. Just a great swing.
Just a bit too far out of the backside. Not a bad hit, but you know,
23-10.
When you're ahead this much, like we said, it's good. It's good to get those young guns some experience because that's the future of the program right there. Is these sophomores and juniors and a couple freshmen like Brown mixing in there.
Whistle's blown and the Bulldogs are happy. They'll get a point there, 23-14.
Throughout this game, I think Rogers' chemistry has really shown. And the reason that this game's so far out is I think all the miscues from Springdale and just Rogers is just having fun out there. And that's what it's all about, really.
Not quite sure what the call was on Rogers there. May have been out of rotation, but I'm not sure on that. Not going to act like I know.
23-14 regardless. None of us are necessarily Gene Sterator in the booth here, but it's going to be set and match point.
Man, if only we could call up Gene for the official calls here. He never misses.
Well, he's always on CBS, no matter what sport, no matter what level. But, I mean, hey, we have Peyton Acosta here, so.
The guy know anything about volleyball?
I would hope so. You're in the booth with us.
I guess that's true.
Nice acting, Peyton. Kaylin Brady to put this thing away, 24-14.
Match point here for the Mounties.
McConnell probably could have let that one go. Emory Champion, a very frequent player, gets a swing on it. She's on that front line. Can't quite get up enough. Emma Plumlee trying to deliver the finishing blow. Great play by Loki Jack. Just putting it in that back corner. Everybody kind of started crowding towards the middle, crowded towards the front. She saw that, tried to force it to that back corner.
Yep, forced it to the back corner. It was just slightly out of reach for McConnell. May have landed out, but it would have been real close to that line. Not one you want to let go. Good play from McConnell, just not quite close enough.
There she is again with the bump. Set up to Plumlee. Was it in? No.
Just a little bit too far. It was right there.
For those of you at home, if you're wondering why Cord's mic is turning into a Rice Krispie snap, crackle, pop, we're having to experiment with some older hardware here.
Yeah. Not too sure why it's happening, but hey, we're here, we're having fun, so it's all right.
24-17, senior night.
Come on. Mounties up 2-0 on senior night. Possibly about to win their third set. What's better than this, huh?
What's better than this? You tell me. Nothing. Emory champion. Nice bump. Chandler trying to end this. Behind the back, Allen. McConnell. Haymore, the sophomore. Can't quite do it. Chased down by number 12.
Kiki Iona with a great save there for the
Iona
Bulldogs.
with a great save.
They end up coming up just short, but man, great effort there from Iona.
That swing by Emory champion. She didn't get a whole lot of minutes this game, but she typically does. And that was a great hit by her to put this thing away.
It's going to be a clean one here for the Mounties. 3-0.
Clean sweep right there.
And that third set, the Mounties took it 25-17. That's going to wrap things up here in the booth. As I mentioned, I'm Mason Humpner.
I'm Cord Marcotte.
I'm Peyton Acosta.
Stay classy, Mounties.